Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone this evening? There we go. Sorry about that. I had some technical difficulties. My computer just completely froze, shut the camera and video off. How is everyone? If you can see and hear me, please give me a hello. Let me know. Um, I'm going to try to see if I can add the mediums group back. Or wait, no, maybe it was. No, it's on. So we're live in the mediums group, I think. Let me double check. Still has the screen on. There we go. Yes, we are live. Okay. And let me see if I can add Discord. And how is everyone tonight? The energies have been very chaotic and heavy. And so this week, I'm going to do things a little different. This week is definitely question and answer. I'm also going to help with some grounding techniques, things we can do when the world seems just a little bit much. The news is too much. Life is a little much. I think it's just a good time to do just some grounding techniques. So, welcome. If this is your first time here, I'm Mama Cole. Hi, Chelsea. Nice to see you. I'm so glad you're here, Chelsea. I am Mama Cole. I'm a psychic medium with psychic insights. I've been talking to the dead and having experiences since I was about 4 years old. And I'm also a remote viewer, which means that I can see things. Like I can see, there's times when I tap into you, I can see things around you. I also am one who accesses your ancestral line, past lives. I'm also a crystal healer. So tonight, what I'd like to do, I'm I'm not myself tonight. I hit a deer the other night coming home from a vigil, and I'm just really stiff. And so readings are going to be a little much tonight. I don't really have the energy for that. I do have the energy to answer questions. I'm going to go over some like grounding things that we can do, how to kind of like ride the wave of the world right now. I'm not a news person. My sons seem to think that I need to keep up with the news when there's so many times they're telling me stuff, and I'm like, I really don't want to hear it, son. Um, but they think that I need to know. So sometimes we can't avoid the news. It just comes to your door. Yeah, you've been on edge this week too. The energies are very, very heavy. You're not alone. So I worked with some chat GPT stuff and get my ideas on how I ground and things that I do. And because I wanted to come up with like a mantra for us, something that we could do to ground us in the moment. I've often taught different grounding techniques. And I always use like waves and wind and stuff like that. So this is right along with that. Um, so let me hop over and check the other platforms real quick and make sure everybody's attend. Yes, they can hear me on Discord. Can you hear and see me well on Facebook? I do not get the messages all the time on Facebook, the comments. So let me see if I can get it on my phone. Okay. Sorry, there was a private question, something I need to drop in, but I don't feel that it should be public. Okay, so what I would like to do is, do you have a beverage? Anything that makes you feel comfy, warm, cozy. It could be some tea, it could be coffee, it could be just water, juice, alcohol, if that's your thing, whatever. Just something to um, soothe you. I prefer tea, definitely tea. Coffee's not bad either because it's a bean. It doesn't really calm. That's actually what I'm drinking is coffee because I just need some energy right now. Um, but anything that's plant-based is really good to connect with. So I just want you to kind of hold it. If you have a candle, I'd also like us all to light our candle so that we bring our light with us. And when you light your candle, I'm going to start doing this each week. I want you to say a word, like an intention, what you're bringing into the circle with you tonight. When you come in, it's okay if you're stressed, anxious. Um, Excuse me, Chelsea said that she's on edge. So as you light your candle, Chelsea, say that you're bringing in edginess tonight. It's okay. Whatever you bring into the circle, you can put down. Okay. So I'm actually stiffness, rigidness. No, that's not even it. I am kind of bringing in some fear, I guess, the fear of the unknown. That's where I'm at. So let's light our candle. I want us to, if you want to hold your cup, you may. If you want to stare at your flame burning, you may. If you're driving, please don't participate. I'd also, if you would like to close your eyes, you may do that. However, you can get focused and grounded. I'd like you to go ahead and do that. Um, and tonight we're going to totally slow down. This is going to be all question and answer. And oh no. Now I want you to realize, close your eyes. I want you to breathe in very deeply. As we breathe in, I want you to breathe in all your wishes, all your joy, children's laughter, things like that, things that bring you pure joy. It is your choice, whatever comes to your memory, whatever you want to come to bring up, whatever your mind brings up. I want you to breathe that in. Pure joy, happiness, bliss. And as you breathe out all the crap, I want you to blow out as hard as you can all the anxiety, the stress, the worry, the edginess, the fear. We're going to do that 5 times. And as you breathe out, I want you to feel your shoulders lowering and softening. I want you to continue to breathe at your pace. In, all the anxiety, stress, worry, fear, none of that comes into the circle with us. You can put that down. No need to hold it for now. There you go. A few more breaths. Breathe in deep. And one last time. I'd like you to keep your eyes closed. I'm going to go ahead and invite our angels, guides, guardians, ancestors, and loved ones, all for our highest good tonight. May we receive messages and answers to our questions that are all for our highest good. May we leave this circle tonight feeling feeling peace, comfort, and grounding. Amen, aho, and so mote it be. You can open your eyes. What I just did was I let my guides, guardians, ancestors, and yours, and your higher self, which is like your pure angelic self, um, let them all know that we're ready to work and we are gathering. Now, I want to talk about what's going on in the world right now. I want everyone's input. Um, I want you to put the fears out there. If you want, we're going to get rid of it. We're going to use tonight to help us learn how to ground and get through chaotic times. Um, I know there's a lot of us who are fearing stuff right now. There's a lot of chaos in the world, and a lot of us who are sensitive can feel that energy. Okay, so we have war going on. We have um, chaotic, crazy stuff. You got the Epstein stuff. You've got a lot of planetary things going on also. Okay, this can increase the pain within our body. because our nervous system is processing a lot more. So our nervous systems right now are tuned up full blast. For a lot of us sensitives, and we're feeling all these energies, and we don't know why. We don't know exactly what's going on with the energies. But what it is that's why you're feeling that could be the source to your edginess. It may not be your edginess. Like, what are you sensing that's, hi, honey, hi, D7. Like, what are you feeling? And I want you to start analyzing, is this my feeling? Is this me? Or is this an energy that I'm sensing that's within the collective? And the collective is all of society. So if you are sensitive, this time of our lives right now, we've never experienced before with all these planetary alignments. There is utter chaos going on. Prices are going up with gas. There's war. There's um, all kinds of just crazy things. So in moments like this, um, it's up to you how you're going to handle it. Okay. What I choose to do is I don't watch the news. I try to stay very grounded earthwise. I take care of my plants, try to drink my teas, anything plant wise. I'm watching what I'm eating, trying to plan ahead and just being in control. There are times that I do panic. I'm not going to lie. And that's when I have to kind of like, um, that's when I'm trying to fight the wave, this wave of energy that's coming through. If you're sensitive, you'll feel it. And that's that edginess, everything that people are feeling right now, the edginess, the crankiness, where you can't sleep, you're tossing and turning, or you're having really crazy dreams. Like, what the heck was that? All of that is just you're feeling the energies. Okay. Don't fight it. Kind of just observe, breathe through it, and ground yourself and picture it like as a wave. You can actually picture the energy as a wave and just picture yourself riding over it. You're surfing over it. But if you fight it, you get caught in the current and it'll kind of suck you in. Like if you try fighting it and you're like, well, I want to watch the news just to check it out, just to be informed, which I agree. We do all have to be informed, but don't let it suck you in. Okay. Kind of ride the wave. Um, some other things that you can do, like instead of and visualize that. I use visualization a lot. I also use a lot of grounding, bare feet outside, holding stones, crystals, especially like black tourmaline, smoky quartz, things like that will really ground you. Red jasper and meditation, slow breathing. Put on some Reiki, frequency healing, stuff like that will really help, especially when you can't explain where the energy is coming from. When you feel on edge and just, and you're not really sure why, like, what is going on with me? I don't understand. Well, you're probably sensing the collective. It's not just your energies. And you can use different techniques to get rid of it. You can also, like, visibly, like, say out loud, what's yours is yours, what's mine is mine. What's yours is yours, what's mine is mine. You need to recognize, like, is this energy mine or is this the collective? And not everything is meant for you to feel. You don't have to carry the weight of the world. It's not up to you to solve things. I know there's a lot of empathy for the things that are occurring in the world. And uh, I agree, it's horrific. But it's not, um, I can't do anything right now. Like, it's not mine to feel that deep. Like, I can honor it and release it. Do you understand what I mean? And places like this, like us gathering like this and expressing what's going on, our edginess, our fears, things like that, this will help regulate our nervous system because we're in it together. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Like, what do you guys do during? Hi, Stephanie. So nice to see you. Hi, Donna. I see your comments. Yay. So, what do you guys do during these times? Like, are you watching the news? Are you stuck to the news? There were times in my life, like I was alive during 9/11 and the Persian Gulf and things like that, that I was stuck to the TV and the news. 9/11, I watched it for weeks, just waiting, praying that somebody would come out of the rubble, thinking, yes, they'll come out, somebody. And no. So, and that actually ended up was the only time that I've ever been on like nervous medication in my life. I had to get Prozac because I was just so many people around us lost people in the towers, and it was just crazy. And I had littles at the time. So I did not do well in my early 30s handling world crises or stress whatsoever. And since then, I've learned, um, and I know a lot of us there's a lot of activists here and stuff, but I've learned that if it's not in my living room and stuff, I really try to put it to the outside world. Like I know the political things, like I should stand up and things like that, but also I really try to keep my home as my sanctuary and just not allow that energy in my home because I just it's too heavy, it's too much. But I do agree that stuff needs to be done. But, when I feel the waves of the energy, especially, like, with the lunar eclipse and, Mercury retrograde, I'm a Virgo, so all of this stuff is hit hard. The Virgo moon and everything, I have just been like, "Whoo." Sleep has been hard. I hit a deer, and I'm really stiff. Pain, when they said about pain being up, yeah, my pain's definitely up. And then weird electronic things. Hi, Shaylin, how are you? Donna, yeah, no TV. Yeah, Kathy also quit watching the news. Yeah, and Donna says that she exercises. That's great. And I agree. Like, we need to stay informed, but we don't need to be ambushed. Like, because if you're trying to be a spiritual, sacred person, that's just way too much to hold, you know? So I do have a mantra. Let me see if I can copy this. And if you're joining me late, I'm doing things a little different. I don't know if I'll pull cards tonight or not. I hit a deer like a goober head. I didn't mean it was just an accident. There was nothing I could do. At least I was able to swerve and keep it from hitting coming in on my windshield. And then I cried over the deer and it was just crazy. But I was coming from a vigil from a missing girl in Reddick, Sarah Ebersol. I meant to bring her seashell here. I don't have it with us tonight. I'll show you next week. But she's missing out of Reddick, Florida, and she's been missing for 3 years as of the 3rd. So I went to we were lighting the sky with flashlights for her. And on my way home, I hit a deer. My car is really messed up. We do have full coverage, but I'm waiting for insurance. And of course, now it's the weekend, so I'm not going to hear anything. I submitted our pictures and yeah, it's some crazy stuff. So, and of course, we have a $500 deductible. Woohoo! Anyway, so I posted in the post. Oh, it went through on all the different things. But in the post, this is a mantra that I worked with ChatGTP and myself to create for us in times when it gets too much. Okay, like if you've learned if you're any of my student if you're one of my students or one of the people that I coach, I always talk about like if you raise teens or if you're dealing with toxic people or difficult people, to pull your sails out of their wind. That means like when they're yelling and screaming, all that wind, all the energy coming towards you, you don't allow them to blow you around. Okay, like you're on a sailboat. You don't allow their wind in your sail. You just simply take your sail down. You're still there, you're still present, but you're not allowing their behavior or their energies to affect you. That's pretty much like what we're doing now. Um, this time now what we're going to do, instead of our sail, we're going to ride the wave. So I want you to picture a surfboard. The wave is the stress of the world. The wave is when it gets too chaotic and too crazy. Okay, this is what we're going to do. I want you to put your hand on your heart. You can close your eyes if you want. You can keep them open. And I want you to repeat this. We're going to do it 3 times. And I put it in the comments on it. So wherever you're at, hopefully you see it. Wait, let me see. Let me make sure it's in the comments here too. Hold on the Facebook. There we go. And then I'll look at everybody's comments. But I really felt it was important for us all to kind of connect and drop in tonight. and just learn how to handle these energies that are coming across. Okay, so close your eyes, hands over your heart. Waves may rise, storms may rave. I am safe, I am brave. Calm in heart, light in sight. I ride the wave, I hold my light. Waves may rise, storms may rave. I am safe, I am brave. Calm in heart, light in sight. I ride the wave, I hold my light. One more time. Waves may rise, storms may rave. I am safe, I am brave. Calm in heart, light in sight. I ride the wave, I hold my light. Now, that's something that you can do whenever anxiety hits you or before you go to bed. Um, and I might even incorporate that into our tea time. So, how do you feel? Did that help you guys? Um, and I'm going to hop over here to the comments. Stephanie says she's a Virgo sun, Cancer moon, and Libra rising. So, you're having a heck of a time. And she tries to avoid her phone and walk. It's too much. And I take on everyone's energy no matter how hard I try not to. Stephanie, um, why don't, if you're able to, you should try to do a session with me and I can help you with that. You need to learn better shielding. And it's really simple. Shielding is not a hard thing to do. Oops. There we go. Right there's my website. Um, if you need to learn shielding and stuff like that, it's very easy to do. As an empath, it's very, very necessary. There's also tools that you can use. You can use salt to like wash your hands. You can do the simple mantras like what's mine is mine, what's yours is yours, what's mine is mine, what's yours is yours, and like cross your body, shake, like get the energies off of you. There's all kinds of tools and things that you can do. Uh, don't pick up others' energy. Yeah, that's hard and it's very taxing. And I understand when I first started doing healing, I was a foster mom and I was trying to heal teenagers that were in and out of juvenile, and most of them were gang members and had did violent crimes and things like that. And I was healing them and sending them back and teaching them how to cook and being active and things like that. But I was using my energy instead of pulling from above. And I was also getting their energies. Like I was absorbing their energies and giving them mine, like taking from myself. And I got very sick from it. So yeah, you just have to learn proper shielding and proper ways to do healings and things like that. So I hope that helps, Steph. Does anyone have any questions? Shaylin, how was your week? You just came to mind. And Kathy, was it Kathy? Yeah, Kathy Baranowski. And Donna exercises. Exercise is great when energies are heavy and chaotic because you're increasing your endorphins and your serotonin and stuff. Okay, and Donna did have a question off camera. I don't know if I can even check it now. That I felt I don't feel that it's appropriate for me to. Anyway, I didn't feel it was appropriate, but I do feel that that person has met them. Yes, definitely, without a shadow of a doubt. Yes, and I believe you were present too. So, how is everyone? It's weird not doing my cards, but my shoulders and stuff are kind of funky. A big deer will do that to you. So, how are you? Like, what's going on with you guys? I do have my crystals. I might could do a couple crystal pulls, maybe. But I thought, have you had any experiences this past week with the energy so crazy and with Mercury retrograde? Who all has had issues with their electronics? Who's My car, poof. What else happened? Something else happened. Oh, when I went to go get checked out, I had to go to the hospital and get checked, right? And the EKG machine would work. They had to get the charge nurse, the big head guy, to come and get it. And I was all worried it was something with my heart, but no, it was fine. It was just it didn't, they had to restart it and everything. It was funny. Which I have that very common during Mercury retrograde, cash registers, card readers, things like that, computers, cars, alternators, batteries. And I always thought it was because I had to ground more. No, it's just because I'm ruled by Mercury, so I have all those energies with Mercury. Oh, Kathy, I'm so sorry. Kathy's had a very difficult week, and she's missing her grandson terribly. I am so sorry. I couldn't imagine. I love my grandson so much. Um, please know he's okay, honey. Personal turmoil. I feel for you. So I want you to, I copied that. I copied that mantra. I want you to use that, Kathy, when it gets to be too much. I also want to use the visualization of just the breathing and breathing in, like maybe breathe in his giggles and stuff and breathe out all this turmoil and this grief that you're feeling. You're not going to get all of it out, but you can just maybe take a break every now and then. Um, I hear lots of giggles from him. Like it's okay for you to giggle and know that he's giggling. Like, is that something like you was his belly laugh, like, what was real particular about him? Like, your favorite part was his belly laugh? Because 'Cause I'm getting, like, a big belly laugh from him. And I can't oh, wait, you're over on Facebook. I'm sitting here waiting. Shaylin's week was okay. I couldn't imagine, we just had his smile. Yeah. So, Kathy, please know, without a shadow of a doubt, your grandson, the way that you connected in life with that beautiful love, yeah, he lit up the room. I totally I totally get it. That love, that light up was because he was such a pure soul, and he's still around very much so. Because that's the very first thing I got was the giggle, the light, like the joy, and that's what he is now, is pure energy, pure love, pure joy. In times of turmoil, when you're having such a hard time, he is around. It's just hard to feel it because your vibration is so heavy right now. So I'd like you to try really hard when you're able to do some grounding. Let Mama Gaia carry that weight. Um, breathe it out, however you have to get rid of it. Oh, look, there's Tabitha. She's always right behind me during tea time, cleaning herself. She's got to look pretty for you guys. So, Kathy, I'm so sorry though. I could not imagine. I just had, I have two grandsons and a granddaughter that are here, live close, and they're young. They're 8 months, a year old, and 3. And I couldn't imagine I couldn't imagine how difficult that must be. But he don't want you to cry. He's okay now. Hi, Sarah. Nice to see you, honey. How are you? I hope you're doing good. Oh. So, I do have my crystals here. I just don't feel I have enough energy to do divination right now. And I don't want to. It's like your grandson, Kathy. I can hear his giggle and stuff, and I can see like this big smile. And I'm seeing him young, but I don't believe he passed when he was real little, did he? Is that how you remember him? Like, was he older? Because I get like 19 or 20, but I'm seeing him like a little boy. So just know that even though I'm not feeling like channeling, he's still very present and his energies are very much around. And Shaylin, your week was just okay. Tell us more. You good? It's 27. Yeah. That's what I thought, but do you remember the younger? Yeah, he was 27. Because I see him older, but it's the little boy with a big smile and like I get like he had little curls stuff. He's how he comes forward right now. And perhaps that's his message to you that he'll always be your little boy. Okay. So, any questions? Like, do you want to know how, like, Kathy? Oh, hold on, Kathy. Sarah adopted a 5-year-old puppy today. She's beautiful and super sweet. What kind of dog is she? And congratulations. And thank you so much for adopting. Because I adopted, all mine are adopted or rescued or something. So that's awesome. A 5-year-old. Oh, that's so sweet. I'm so glad to fill your hole from losing your baby. And Kathy, I want you to know that when your grandson will be around, and just has my daughter met her dad? Yes, Donna. I was just answering that before. I have gotten very much so. Yes. Yes. I didn't even need the pendulum on that because I work with you so often. American Bully. She's so small. I love her. Oh, I love that. I have. You want to see something funny? Let me put it on StreamYard so I can see better. Mikey's here too. I have. Watch, this is funny. See if you can see him. That's my pit. I have a red-nosed pit. Isn't that funny? You can't see his face. Ah, there he is. Isn't that funny? He looks like a teddy bear there. And he loves to be present during tea time too. That's Mikey. And you know what I realized last night? This was so funny. Um, okay, here's what happened to me this week. I went to a flashlight vigil for Sarah Ebersol, like I said, that's missing out of Reddick, Florida. She's been missing for 3 years. The last known um, person that had her, who put her in his car, is Tyrone Mormon, and he won't tell anybody where he took her. And they had a vigil for her. So I went, and the energies were crazy. But I went, and it was beautiful. It was just beautiful watching all these strangers gather for someone that they didn't know, and to pray for her and to lift her up and hope that, light shined on her case and that she's found. Um, but on the way home, I brought shells and flyers and stuff to put in my community for her. And then on my way home, I was in the middle of the dark, like in the middle of the country, middle of nowhere. And I got a real eerie feeling, real eerie. And I go, I'm going to lock my doors. I looked down, locked my doors, and I called in all my saints, my guardians, and protectors. And this is something you can do if you feel fear, or you feel like you're in a dark alley and you need help, or something just doesn't feel right and you don't know why. Call them in. So I did that, and I often call on Archangel Michael. So I called him first because he's like a warrior. So I called him. I called all my guardians, my ancestors, and all my spirit protectors. And that some of those are your guys' loved ones, will stand up for me and help me. And I tell you, it wasn't even 10 seconds later that I hit a deer. Like, I came upon them. There was like 6 of them, and they were large for Florida deer. And I hit the one, and he hit my hood and then went up, and all I could see was him coming in my windshield. I was like, oh! So I swerved, and then I saw him on the ground, hit the ground, and slide. It was horrible. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I do? And I knew if I stopped there and my car wouldn't start, I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm probably 20 miles from. No, I was 5 miles from my son's town, but to me, I didn't know where I was. I was in the middle of nowhere. So I just kept going. The car was running, kept going. But today when I got up, Mike sleeps with me all the time. And I'm like, Mike, Mike, no wonder why Archangel Michael's around. I named my dog after him. His name's Mike. And when I call him Michael. Like I never put two and two together that my animal was named after Michael. Isn't that crazy? But it was really weird that my intuition, like, yeah, I really pray she's found. My intuition was that I was in danger and something was going to happen. But I felt more like somebody was going to try to block me or keep me broke down in the middle of nowhere or something like that. Oh, you named her Lily. I love that. Yes, Donna, it was the first. Shaylin says she's had a long week. February was a hard month for me. I'm hoping to reset this month with new opportunities for my family, although I've been in my feelings. Okay, Shaylin, in your feelings, of course, because of what's going on with the energies and the planets. But I want you to rephrase what you said. Instead of saying, I'm hoping to reset this month, don't say hope, because that puts it on the back burner and that tells the universe, oh, well, she's not ready yet. You say, I am resetting this month, not I hope to. You are resetting. I will reset. Reframe the way that you speak because your words have very much, very powerful. Okay. Yes, Donna. Very awkward. Excuse me. Lots of energies tonight. Hi, Garden of Light over on Discord. How are you, sweetheart? Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you here. How's your week been with all these energies and stuff? I hope everybody's doing good. So what we can do is totally ride the wave. All right. We're going to have hard times. There's going to be difficult times, and we can let us suck us in, or we can rise above it. Let, just like it says, waves may rise, storms may rave. I am safe. I am brave. Calm in heart, light in sight. I ride the wave. I hold my light. The light is your energy. The light is your gift. The light is your essence, your radiance, your hope. Um, and hope is a great thing to have. Some of us have lost hope. But when we use hope in a word, like when we're using our intentions or speaking of our future, we don't hope, we know. Okay, I will succeed. I will get healthier. I will lose weight. I will, I will, I will. Not I hope. Okay, words have power, and that's part of your being brave. Okay, and part of you being calm and centered. Um, I'm not really doing too many messages tonight, Donna, just because I don't feel 100% myself and I don't want to um, be my best. You know what I mean? I don't want to not do my best for you. Okay. Um, any questions on crystals or past lives or anything? Does anyone have any questions, any experiences? Has anybody had any wild, crazy dreams? Um, we did have a lot of bombing and crazy, from what my son said, some kind of like Star War warfare stuff. So lots of energy streaming. Did anybody have any dreams of that occurring before it actually occurred? Did you see any things that you couldn't explain um, that occurred and then occurred on the news or something? That's quite common. Or if you've had any visitation dreams lately. And I'm not seeing comments. If you're commenting, I'm not seeing all of them. There we go. What crystals help calm and heal? Kathy, for you, I would highly suggest lepidolite. Let me see if I have her. Where is my lepidolite? Lepidolite is a purple rock, purple stone. Hold on. I got it. This is lepidolite. Okay. It is purple. And the little flecks that you see are actually like mica. They sparkle. Okay. Mica will be a deep dark, lepidolite will be a deep dark purple with sparkles in it. This is a rock form of lithium. It's amazing for depression. It's amazing for anxiety. It's the most calming, soothing crystal, I believe, to work with. Like, I love this stone. Um, I would suggest this, and then I got to show you guys my prized possession here. The other stone I would highly, highly suggest is Septarian. I have a huge, his label made in Madagascar. See this? This is a Septarian stone. This is petrified mud, basically. And this is calcite in here. Isn't it beautiful? But this is the most grounding stone out there. This is one to bring you back to earth and to just meditate with, to contemplate with. There's times I sit with this in my lap. I mean, this one is heavy. This is the largest generator I have. This guy, I had him on layaway for 3 years before I bought it. But Septarian and lepidolite. And if you're on my nest, in the nest, or on the MamaCole page, I do have some very dear friends who are reputable crystal dealers that I would gladly share their links with you, because I know their prices are good, their quality is good, because there are a lot of scammers out there. Hollis and Bright Hawk also do have crystals, but I know they're in the middle of moving right now. But I know they also do have some crystals on hand. But I'd be really cautious who and where you do get your crystals from, so that you get high quality. And the size, I always tell people, size does not matter with crystals. A small stone carries just as much energy as a large stone. When I first started with crystal healing, I started with chips because they still provide the same energy, the same healing qualities as larger ones. But I would highly suggest lepidolite and Septarian. I'd also suggest, this is for everyone, especially in times like this, selenite. Selenite's satin spar. It's all gypsum, but I would highly suggest this. It also comes in stick form. And what selenite is good for is to wash your aura. So when you come home and you feel like, oh my gosh, because it was that Stephanie mentioned about carrying other people's energies when you get home. You can just use selenite and just rub it around you. This is like pure angelic, divine source energy. Okay. Selenite is amazing. The camera does not do it justice. And this poor guy's been through heck because my kids use it a lot. The significance of the shape of the generator. Now, what a generator does is exactly what it says. It generates energy. Different crystal shapes. I'm going to do a class on this sometime. Different crystal shapes conduct the energy differently. The stones all have piezoelectric energy. If you take 2 quartz crystals in the dark and you clank them together, you'll see a spark. Okay, there is energy in every stone. And the shape is usually, these are just like palms. Like, you can put them in your palms. You can also use these for massage. And the energy is pretty much right here, like around the stone. Okay. Now, the difference is a generator. Let me get this. Sorry, it's just really heavy. Generator, your energy, the energy comes out of here, out of the top. And if I had a pendulum, I've done this experiment a lot. I love to show people this. Let me see if I can find the pendulum in here. Oh, I don't know if I can get one. It's too far. I apologize. But what you do is you take your pendulum and you hold it over beside your generator and let it start swinging. And then you take it over your generator like this. I'll show you guys next week. Take it over like this, and then it'll start going like this with the energy. The energy around a generator generates energy up. There's no energy going out the sides. It all comes from the bottom and generates up. Then as you go across with your pendulum, when you get over to the side, your pendulum will actually go like this because it'll be stuck in the energetic field, even though the top of the chain you're holding like over here. And you can actually feel it. And then as you keep going, you'll feel it let go and go back to spinning. So that's a little test that you can do. Okay. Hi, Aline. I'm not doing full readings tonight, but I do feel it is time. Okay. Well, I quit my job. I'm tired of bad relation with my colleagues at work. I'm 66 years old. Tired of faking. I know that you speak French, if I recall. Um, I feel it's time. Like you're wasting your time. Life is too short, and you feel very heavy where you are right now. So what are you waiting for? It's your life. You live it how you choose. Don't bend for others. And I feel that's what you're doing right now is bending for others. Yeah. Because I was trying to figure out like what you were saying, but I remember that it's English is your second language, so not a big deal. My computer keeps something is up with my mouse. I can't move my mouse again. Anyway, I hope that helped, honey. For some reason I can't move my mouse, so I can't even scroll comments or anything. There it goes. Weird stuff is happening. You're so welcome. I'm not doing like full in-depth readings. Come back next week, Eileen, and I'll do more in-depth. I hit a deer with my car, so I'm a little off tonight. But I don't like to ever cancel tea time. I like to be here for you guys, and you need a lucky crystals. Sarah needs a lucky crystal. What crystal would be good for Sarah to work? Sarah, you need more light in your life. Why don't you try Moonstone? Try Moonstone. Okay. Moonstone is an opaque stone. Sometimes it has black flecks in it. This is what I wear right here is Moonstone, and it also has rainbows in it. Sometimes it looks similar to quartz. This one has blue rainbows, but it's not showing up on camera. And that's called chatoyancy. I feel for you, Sarah, that you need to add some moonstone because you need to have your light lit up by the moon. Okay, and it's not luck, it's faith. I get almost like you don't feel like you deserve it. So you need to look to the moon and see how bright your light can actually be. Okay. So just keep looking up. But moonstone is definitely, the moonstone is also a stone of transformation and also revealing things that aren't always seen during the day. Okay. So I hope that helped. So I know tea time was really different tonight. I hope my little mantra helped you. And if it doesn't, if you don't connect to the mantra of the wave and riding the wave and standing and being brave, that's fine. I want you to create one for yourself. This time in our lives is really difficult for all of us. And I want to make sure that we keep our sense of community. We realize we're not completely powerless. You could also send healing into the world when you're in a proper space. I take part in what's called a global healing group once a week on Fridays at noon. If you would like to send energies into the world at noon Eastern time on Fridays, please join us. We send healing peace to the parts of the world that need it. And just you can do it yourself. Just light a candle and hold space for society, for civilization, and send positive vibrations out. It's about us lifting as a collective, not letting the heaviness of the world and the things distract us from our eternal plan. Okay, eternity is absolutely beautiful, and we're here, but just for a bit. So we don't want to suffer while we're here. You're so welcome, Kathy. I'm I'm so sorry for what you're going through, Kathy. Um, I get it. Life's heavy. I so get it. But we can overcome, and we can use stones. You can use meditation, anything that helps you ground and connect. Plants, just touching plants. I know a lot of you, it's still the dead of winter in some places, which help that's adds to the anxiety. So if you have some indoor plants, you can also kind of like just rub the plant leaves, wiggle- play with the dirt a little bit, just give them some attention, and just connecting with them will help. Hi, Keiki. Nice to see you, honey. Um, so does anyone have any questions tonight? Now tonight we did invite our guides and guardians, so we will be releasing them before we leave. So please don't leave before we do a few breaths and release our everyone that we invited in. And that's something I want you to do. Like if you do your sacred ritual, your daily ritual, make sure if you open a circle, invite people in that you let them go. When I first started, I would open the circle and I'd invite my guides in and stuff. And then I'd close the circle, but I wouldn't release the guides. And there are times I'd go to like the evening and I'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I'd have to release them. And I could like feel their presence around, but I was just a little clueless. So if anyone doesn't have any other questions, let me check over on Facebook and stuff. Just let me know if you have any questions. Does everyone feel complete? Do you feel a bit more calm tonight? A little bit more peace and know what to do when life gets too much? You can recite your mantra that I put in the comments or make your own. Ride that wave. Don't let the wave, don't fight it because then you're going to get caught up in the turbulence and in the tide and in the, um, yeah, in the rip tides and you'll be sucked. You don't want to be sucked in. You can ride the wave. Okay. You are in control and you can turn and zigzag. If you want to gather the information and then ride the wave on out. Okay. So I don't see any questions. So I believe we are all good. And oh, thank you, Donna. That would really help because I have age deductible. Ah, and we have to find the right. We have to have my son take us to Gainesville tomorrow for my husband's. He's going to see an endocrinologist tomorrow. I don't really even know what they do, but he's in liver failure, so he's got all these new doctors to go to. Not a time for for a deer to try to dance with my car, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and close our eyes, just like we did. If you're driving, please do not participate. If you're not driving, just go ahead and close your eyes. We're going to breathe a few deep breaths in. Remember all that baggage? It can just probably stay put down. I don't think you have to pick it back up. So I'd like to go ahead and release our guides, guardians, angels, ancestors, loved ones, and our higher selves. Thank you so much for this evening. Thank you for allowing us as souls to gather in peace, to bring a sense of comfort, and to just hold space together. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Amen, aho, and so mote it be. Thank you. And all I'm doing when I'm doing that is just releasing the guides and everyone that we worked with. When I open, I do it to call people in, let them know that I'm ready to work and receive messages. And then when I'm done, I just release them because it's only right to say goodbye and thank you, right? So with that, I hope everyone has a great week. I should be back full force next week. I'll be doing readings and stuff like that. Also, if you're interested, over on Patreon, Mama Cole's Nest on Patreon, I'm doing rituals and a lot more teachings on herbs, um, herbal medicine, crystal healing, and fire rituals. I'm going to be doing the key and hearth ritual, and that's going to be once a month on Sundays. The first one is going to be free, and then after that, it'll be part of the paid tiers of my Patreon. But Fire Circle is something that I've done my probably I've been around fires like my whole life, but actually doing the ritual probably about 5 years. I had a beautiful mentor that taught me some really cool things about fire rituals, and I've taken what they taught me and turned it into my own ritual with my own guides and guardians and stuff. So I really look forward to people joining me. I'm going to be doing it Sunday night. I'm not sure at the time or if it's going to be this Sunday or next. The first one might be a little off just because of my deer incident. So I haven't put it in cement if it's going to be this Sunday or next. I think I might push it back to next Sunday just so that I have enough people to attend. And I usually do them for about 10 people. I think 10 is probably going to be the max at first because I want us to hold a very sacred container so that we can all participate and receive. Okay, so thank you so much. You all have a very good night. Love you, and I will see you next week. Bye bye.